Well, you see, we got 15 target words today. First, I will be giving you some brief ideas about that words. And later on, we have a dialogue loaded with these words and phrases. We'll be practicing that dialogue. And in the end, there will be a test. Already the test uploaded, and you'll be taking the test after the class. Guys, can you see the screen? Just, hello? Can you see the screen? Just
Yes,
ensure.
sir.
Okay, great.
Yes, sir.
Great, cool. Well, so you see there is a word called aberration. Aberration, okay? Aberration. So aberration means deviation from normal or expected, a temporary change from the typical or usual way of behaving. Aberration. Well, it's a mental approach. Aberration. Aberration. Okay. So here is a sentence with aberration. Let's have a look on that sentence with aberration. You see, a temporary change from the typical or usual of behaving. So you can say, in a moment of aberration, she agreed with him, or I'm sorry I'm late. I had a mental aberration and forgot we had a meeting today. I mean, when you feel absent-minded, it's, you can say, you can relate that aberration with absent-minded. Okay, so I'm sorry I'm late. I had a mental aberration and forgot we had a meeting today. So suddenly, when you start feeling bad, absent-minded, that condition we call aberration. Okay, then enervate. Enervate means, you know, sap energy from, meaning or getting energy out of you, like you don't feel energetic anymore. For example, you see, like you can call, well, the boring lecture of our instructor sapped the enervated us. That means, you know, you feel dull, you don't feel good. And also, you see, you worked out the whole day, or the whole day's workload enervated me. Enervated means sapping your energy out of you. I mean, getting your energy out of you. You don't feel energetic anymore. You feel exhausted. You feel so down. Okay, energyless. Understand, guys? What does enervate mean? Well, there is another word, venality. So venality means it's a condition when people they can do anything or everything for money. I mean, they love to get, you know, the bribing thing, घूस देना. So the people, those who love bribing, getting money and ready to do anything and everything for money, that is venality. Okay, very corrupted people, not good people. You know already what does betray mean. Now let's go for censure. So censure means uh, disapproval or condemn someone. Condemn. I mean, you know, sentence, condemn, or doshi sabbostu, that is censure. That is censor. Okay, so censor. You know, in Bangladesh there is a censor board. I think you already know that there is a censor board. Okay, so here this censure means actually disapproval, not going with that. When you say that man was censored, he was censored for his activity. That means he was punished. He was condemned for his activities. That is censored. Well, wanting means lacking. When there is some lacking in somebody's character or behavior, that is wanting. Extend, that means, you know, there are some buildings from 1,000 years back. Even also you see the pyramids, they are the extent. Extend means surviving, still surviving. Many things already demolished, destroyed, but these things are still surviving. Maintain means to assert, you know already. And profligate. Profligate means spending money. There are some people, they spend money, you know, like nothing else. Was in a wasteful way. They never think, recklessly. Okay, whatever they want, they're buying, they're spending. So that is profligate. Involved means, you know, when you are connected to something else. Ingenious means very innocent, very good, very innocent, kind of, you know, we can call sacred, povitra kind of thing. Ingenious. I mean, she is an ingenious girl. Okay, just hold on a second. Hello, guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
sir.
Great. So profligate means spending money, spending resources recklessly. Ingenious means innocence. Auspicious means favorable, very good condition, conducive to success. I mean, optimistic weather, optimistic condition, environment that is auspicious. Okay, a very good situation that is auspicious, a hopeful situation. Now, ambivalent means mixed or conflicting emotions. You don't know what to do. I mean, when somebody is really pretty confused about his stand, either he's with this or against this, completely, what do you say, confused, at that time we can call them ambivalent. I mean, his relationship with his family is ambivalent, means he does, we cannot define his relationship, how is he behaving with his family. Sometimes he's so good, sometimes he's so rude, so that is ambivalent. Amorphous means shapeless character. So there, you are thinking about something, but there is no goal of it, or there is no shape for that thing. That is amorphous. Sometimes some painters draw some pictures. There is, in fact, in the modern drawing, you might find there are some sketches, but there is no figure, there is no character. So that is amorphous, I mean figureless, shapeless, no shape, just the drawing. There is no shape of it. That is amorphous. Demur. Demur means object or giving objection. Okay, that is demur. To object or show reluctance. I mean, you don't like it. Objection. That is demur. Well, these words are a bit advanced, but the way we have made it for you, you like it. No worries. Okay. Now let's go here. Um, these are the phrases. These phrases are so cool, you can use them. To play ducks and drakes. Ducks and drakes means to act foolishly. When somebody works so foolishly, we can call them to play ducks and drakes. Today, India played ducks and drakes against England, and they lost the match. So we can call ducks and drakes this way. You see, I have given you so many example sentences down there. You can, when you read this, you will have even better and vivid idea how to use these phrases in sentence. Okay, so don't worry. Look, Jane played duck and drags with the financial system of company. You have no right to play ducks and drags with money that has been entrusted to you. So ducks and drags means foolishly, working foolishly or dealing something in a very bad way. That is ducks and drags. Now, take the bull by the horns. Take the bull by the horns. Bull. Think about the bull, a cow. I mean, a male cow, bull, and you are catching this on its horn. That means you are very authoritative. So to tackle a problem in a bold and direct fashion. That means it's kind of also calling a spade, or you are doing, hitting the nail. So that's take the bull by the horns. There are some practice sentences also for that. You can have a look on that. I took the bull by the horns and confronted him about his mistreatment of the workers. Okay. John decided to take the bull by the horns and organize things for himself. So you see, to take the bull by the horns means taking the right decision, right action, and handling tackling the problems in a nicer way and promptly and boldly. The rain cats and dogs means rain heavily. It was raining cats and dogs the whole night, means it was raining heavily. Move heaven and earth, I mean doing anything and everything to make something happen. The girls moved heaven and earth to organize a picnic. No avail means no result. Bark the wrong tree. I mean, bark the wrong tree means accuse the wrong person. So the police were after Mr. Ajfar, but in the end, it found that he was an innocent person. That means the police was barking up the wrong tree for the whole time. They were barking up the wrong tree. Well, you wanna mess up with me? Well, you are barking up the wrong tree. I'm not gonna get into a fight with you. So that is you. If you can also use this phrase this way. Hey, uh, you don't try to convince me. If you try to convince me, then you're barking up the wrong tree. Keep one at bay. I mean, keep somebody is this. Now, nowadays, what I do, I keep my tensions, frustrations at bay to enjoy my life. So, keeping something at bay means keeping something far away from you. You can keep your tension, you can keep your frustration at bay. Okay. So now here is a paragraph. I'm going to read it first and then you will practice it. Now, let me read it for you. I try to understand how I read it and try to mimic, copy my pronunciation. Uh, can you reminisce what enervated you last night while returning home from your office, keeping your problems at bay? Can you reminisce what enervated you last night while returning home from your office, keeping your problems at bay? Well, I am ambivalent about last night's incident. You see, ambivalent, I mean confused, okay? Not sure. I'm ambivalent about last night's incident. Let me dig deep into my reminiscence. Well, while returning home, it was raining cats and dogs. You see, it was raining cats and dogs. And I saw an amorphous shadow, shapeless shadow, okay, walking alongside me. I got fainted. I mean, strongly afraid. In fact, I was at my wit's end. I didn't know, unable to shout even. That's frightening, means so haunting. What happened next? Beholding means watching that daunting amorphous shadow. I had a mental aberration and forgot to run. You see the word aberration. I mean, sudden change in your mentality. You don't know what to do, kind of thing. I had a mental aversion and forgot to run. You know what? I moved the heaven and earth together, moving heaven and earth, okay? Just to shout out loud, but no avail, to no avail, but no result. How did you get out of it? I don't know. I don't remember anything. I found myself in bed the following morning with a wet towel on my forehead since I was burning with a high fever. However, what about you? I heard that you took the bull by the horns and confronted your boss for his profligate. You see the word profligate? So profligate spending of the relief fund. So I heard that you took the bull by the horns and confronted your boss for his profligate spending of the relief fund. Right word. He is a banal. You see? No, banal. Banality, no, banal. He's a banal officer who can do anything and everything for money. In fact, he maneuvered some of our good employees to play duck and drags with our funds. So duck and drags, you see? But hearsay spreads that your chairman censored Mr. Akmol for fraudulent activities. Fraudulent means fraud. It was a huge mistake. Actually, the investigating team has been barking up the wrong tree. You see, barking up the wrong tree the whole time. Mr. Akmal is an ingenious employee. Ingenious, okay? The good news is our chairman is not adamant. Last night you learned the word adamant. Mr. Akmal, he is out of the woods now. Now, out of the woods. What about your managing director? Did he demur your chairman's decision again? Now you see, demur. Good job, Mr. Our MD has completely changed and become an auspicious person now. I mean, optimistic. That's great. Have an auspicious year ahead. So I think you need to practice a bit at home, but I give you 5 minutes to have a practice to read this. You can download that file from your website and have a practice. And after 5 minutes, I will let you practice it here. Okay, guys, any question?
No, sir.
Okay, so you read it, try to read it, and I'm just getting you in 5 minutes. Okay, guys, if you're done, then please start practicing this. Archie will be doing friend one, and Soha will be doing friend two.
Okay, sir. Can I start it, sir?
Yeah, please, sure.
Can you reminiscence what incident you last night while returning home from your office, keeping your problems at bay?
I'm ambivalent about last night's incident. Let me dig deep into my reminiscence. Well, while returning home, it was raining cats and dogs, and I saw an amphor. Uh, uh, Sir, what was the spelling again, please?
Ambivalent. Of which
No,
one?
no, no. Is it
Amorphous.
yes,
Amorphous shadow.
amorphous shadow. Amorphous shadow walking alongside me. I got fainted. In fact, I was at my wit's end and unable to shout even.
That's frightening. What's happened next?
Beholding the daunting amorphous shadow, I had a mental aversion and forgot to run. You know what? I moved the heaven and earth together just to shout out loud, but to no avail.
Sir, I can see next page. How did you get out of that?
I don't know. I don't remember anything. I found myself in bed the following morning with a wet towel on my forehead since I was burning with a high fever. However, what about you? I heard that you took the bull by the horns and confronted your boss for his profligate spending of the relief fund.
Right, you are. He is a venal officer who can do anything and everything for money. In fact, he maneuvered some of our good employees to pay dark and drugs with our funds.
But here is spreads that your chairman censured MD Akmal for fun, fraud, fraudulent activities.
It was a hard mistake. Actually, the investigation
It was a
team
huge mistake. It was a huge mistake. Huge. It was a huge mistake.
it was a huge mistake.
Mistake, yeah. Actually,
It was a huge mistake. Actually, the
investigating Tim,
has
yeah,
been backing up,
barking up
investigating team
has been
has been barking up the wrong tree
the whole time.
the whole team.
The whole
Mr.
time. Yeah.
Akmal is an whole time. The whole time. Mr. Akmal is an
Ingenious,
ingenious
ingenious, ingenious, yeah. Ingenious employee. Employee.
The good news is our chairman is not adamant about his
decision
adamant
about his decision
about Mr. Akmal out of the woods now.
What about your managing director? Did he demur your chairman's decisions against?
Good job. Our MD has completely changed and become an ambitious person now.
Auspicious.
That
Auspicious. Yeah.
that's great. Have an auspicious year
Year
ahead.
ahead. Okay, great. Thank you. No problem. You will read it again and at least 10 times at home. Otherwise, you won't be able to master it. Now, change your role. And Archie's gonna go and do part two, friend two, and so we'll be doing friend one. Please start.
Can you remind what enervated you last night while returning home from your office, keeping your problems at bay?
I am ambivalent. I'm ambivalent about last night's incident. Let me dig up into my reminiscence. While returning home, it was raining cats and dogs, and I saw an inglorious shadow walking al-
Alongside
alongside
me.
me. I
Yeah.
got alongside me.
I got
I
fainted.
got
Fainted.
I got fainted. I
Fainted.
got fainted. In fact, I was at my worst
At my
and
wit's end
unable
and unable to shout.
at my weak end and unable to shout even.
That's frightening. What happened next?
Beholding that dignity
Daunting. Daunting.
daunting
Amorphous
amorphous
shadow. Shadow.
shadow, I had a
Mental aberration.
mental
Aberration. Yeah.
aberration and forget to run.
Yeah.
You know what? I moved the even and
Heaven and the earth together.
heaven and earth together, just to shout out loud, but to no avail. So next place, please.
How did you get out of that?
I don't know. I don't remember anything. I found myself in bed the following morning with a wet towel on my forehead, since I was burning with a high fever. However, what about you? I heard that you took the ball by the horse and confront you boss for his profligate profligate spent of the defiled fund.
Yeah. Profligate. Profligate. Okay. There is profligate.
Profligate.
Profligate. Yeah.
Right, you are. He is a venal officer who can do anything and everything for money. In fact, he maneuvered some of our good employees to play duck and drakes with our funds.
But has explained that you chairman concerts MD Akmal for
Censored. Okay. There is censored.
censored.
Yeah.
Chairman
Censored Mr.
censored
Akmal for fraudulent activities.
for
Fraudulent
activity.
activities. Yeah.
Fraudulent activity.
Activities.
It was a huge mistake. Actually, the investigating team has been barking
Barking up the
has
wrong
been
tree.
barking up the wrong tree the whole time. Mr. Akmal is an ingenious employee. The good news is our chairman is not
Adamant.
adamant about his decision about Mr. Akmal. He is out of the woods now.
Okay, students, our class will be finished now, and we are gonna end our class here. What we do after the class, there is a test on our website. You will do the test, okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so bye for tonight. Good night. You practice it at least 10 times, and we'll see tomorrow again. Tomorrow we have another class, and we will